My name is Anna. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about autistic meltdowns and shutdowns. So what are they? What are some examples? And how can you help yourself or another autistic going through one? Before we start the video, I have a quick disclaimer. I'm actually self-diagnosed as autistic, trying to get a professional diagnosis. So the information I have on autism for this video is from research and personal experience.
Meltdowns plus shutdowns are an autistic person's way of dealing with stress, overstimulation, anger, and anxiety.
Meltdowns tend to include getting angry, yelling, throwing items, crying, and running away. Shutdowns are more quiet. They are sometimes referred to as internal meltdowns. Like the name says, your mind and body might actually just shut down. You might lose your ability to talk in a verbal shutdown. You might lose your ability to move, lose your ability to think properly, and cry. Both meltdowns and shutdowns are really scary for the autistic person experiencing them and the people around them. When an autistic person goes into a meltdown or a shutdown, they aren't being rude or naughty or irresponsible or childlike. They're having an emotion that is too big for them to process. Meltdowns and shutdowns are caused by the same stuff. It could be bright lights, loud sounds, strong smells.
Basically anything to do with sensory issues.
It could also be a change in routine or anxiety about an upcoming event. Like for me, doing schoolwork like maths can send me into an information overload and make me feel really stressed. Meltdowns and shutdowns are also caused by being around people too long, holding your emotions in for too long, and masking for too long. If you don't know what masking is, it's basically trying to hide your autistic traits to appear normal or neurotypical. If you want to know more about masking, I will be making a separate video on that in the future. Here I'll show you some clips I filmed with my sisters. Just a reminder to non-autistic allistics, please don't film an autistic if they're having a meltdown or a shutdown. In fact, don't film anyone without their permission, but please don't film meltdowns and shutdowns. Whether you are laughing at the person or showing it for awareness, please don't film them without permission. These clips I filmed were acting, so no one is actually having a meltdown or shutdown, and I got permission from my sisters beforehand. So here are the clips. Some examples of a meltdown are slamming a door, screaming or yelling, hands over your ears, increased fidgeting, crying, wanting to be extra close to your safe person or left alone, running away, and lastly, throwing items. Some examples of a shutdown include hands over your ears, increased fidgeting, feeling frozen, crying, dissociating or staring off into the distance, not being able to talk, and lastly, fast-paced breathing like a panic attack. From what I've described, meltdowns seem a lot like tantrums, but that's not the case.
Tantrums happen if you don't get what you want or don't get your way.
But meltdowns are from stress and overstimulation, so please don't mix the two up. The first thing you should do to help yourself in a meltdown or a shutdown is to remove all of the sensory input. You can do this by wearing some ear defenders, headphones, earplugs. You can also wear some sunglasses or a hat, whatever's bothering you, try and come up with a solution for it. It can be helpful to move away from the area that's overstimulating you, but if you can't do that, then that's where some other accommodations come in, like ear defenders. When I'm overwhelmed, I either want to be with my safe person or I want to be left alone. So maybe let your safe person know how you're feeling. When you're overwhelmed, you might need to stim more. And that means you might get some more harmful stims. So it can be good to know how to redirect them. Here I have an image that teaches you how to redirect them. If you want to know more, I can make a video on that. If you lose your voice in a verbal shutdown, you can use some communication cards or a communication device or app. You can also use sign language. And lastly, you can write what you need to down on a piece of paper. If you have fast-paced breathing like in panic attacks, you could also use a calmago. The last tip I have for you if you're in a meltdown or shutdown is to hold a plushie, teddy, squishmallow, soft toy, anything that will make you feel calm. Also like a weighted blanket, just something for you to hold or carry or to lay on you that can make you feel calm. Here are some things you can do to help autistics who are in a meltdown or shutdown. So this isn't to help yourself, this is to help people who are in a meltdown or shutdown. The most helpful thing you can do is be patient with us. Like I said before, we aren't being naughty or rude or irresponsible or childlike. We are having an emotion that is too big for us to process.
Before you can help us, you need to know what kind of help we need. Everyone needs a different kind of support. Try making a support plan for the autistic person.
Some autistics like to be around people. Some autistics like to be with a safe person. Some autistics like to be left alone. And we're all different. So please check with the person if they would like you to stay or go. Something that can also help is offering a break from whatever's overstimulating them or removing them from that area. If we aren't talking or responding to you, please don't get mad at us or pressure us to talk. We are trying our best to talk and we don't want to be in a verbal shutdown or go non-verbal. It's not our choice. Just saying positive and supportive things can make us feel a whole lot better. So maybe try using some encouraging words. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it and learned something new. Please comment any questions, suggestions or tips you have for me, and also feel free to info dump. Anyway, thank you to my little sisters for acting in this video, and I hope I'll see you in my next video. Goodbye!